Lex Edmonds has been going to OUTSaskatoon for 7 years. The Two-Spirit and Transgender University student says it was a safe space while coming out as gender diverse. The peer support groups are also a haven for Edmonds.
Just yesterday, we heard from our facilitator that they were no longer going to have gender revolution meetings for the foreseeable future, and that is very distressing.
The community organization says it's had to take the necessary steps to be able to continue serving the community and regrets the decision to lay off staff.
They're closing their facilities means I no longer have access to that therapy.
Edmonds says it's also devastating for people who used to travel to OUTSaskatoon from North Battleford and Regina. Edmonds says the group was an integral support for people experiencing transphobia. They say the community needs answers.
We need that transparency. When they expressed only on Instagram that they're closing, not even on Facebook, on Twitter, it's just shocking to people. We need that information sent to us earlier. We need to know why these layoffs are happening.
CBC reached out to OUTSaskatoon multiple times for an interview but received no responses. In a news release, the group says the layoffs are prompted by lack of funding to sustain a major increase in the demand of the services since the pandemic. Queen City Pride says money is a problem for all nonprofits, especially since some pandemic relief programs have stopped.
I do think the government, both provincial and federal, needs to step up and do more. I know there is funds out there to allocate to this. They've allocated funds to stupider stuff, so I'm sure they can figure out this at some point. And I really hope they do.
Other community groups say they are already seeing a rise in calls for services as a result. The UFS Pride Center says it's hearing from people looking for services.
OUTSaskatoon is one of our biggest resources that we offer students for off-campus or if people that come in that aren't students, what they're looking for in terms of resources and supports. So now it's just a matter of having to navigate that.
The province says it's focused on meeting the needs of Saskatchewan people through partnerships with community-based organizations to ensure services and programs remain accessible. But it wouldn't say whether that means giving OUTSaskatoon more money. Pratyush Dayal, CBC News, Saskatoon.